Hello and welcome to this episode of the Handshake. My name is Amal Chowdhury and today we will be talking about how India evacuated Maldives and Bangladeshi citizens from China in the wake of coronavirus and why. Delhi, in keeping with neighbourhood first policy, has evacuated 7 Maldivians along with 323 Indians from Wuhan during second Air India mission to Wuhan following outbreak of coronavirus. The information about evacuation of 7 Maldivians, 5 students plus family members on Saturday was shared by External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar over Twitter as he underlined the Modi government's neighbourhood first policy. However, the entire evacuation process was less easier said than done, as India had to engage in deft policy both in Beijing and in Delhi to convince the Chinese government to allow evacuation. China not only took 4 days to allow permission for evacuation but also reportedly expressed displeasure over the advisory India issued this, asking its citizens to refrain from travelling to China in view of the novel coronavirus outbreak. Talking to External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar over phone, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi noted that the World Health Organization had not recommended restrictions on trading with or travelling to China. At yesterday's briefing on the novel coronavirus outbreak, the WHO does not recommend travel or trade restrictions against China. We believe that India and other countries will respect this important recommendation. Sun Weidong, Beijing's envoy to New Delhi, tweeted on Saturday, quoting Wang, telling Jaishankar, "With the death toll and number of people infected by the virus rising, Delhi last Wednesday upgraded its travel advisory on China, asking its citizens to refrain from travelling to the neighbouring country. The United States and several other countries issued similar travel advisories asking their citizens not to travel to China, much to the charging of the Chinese government. The US and Australia also barred entry of foreign nationals who had recently visited China. India and Bangladesh too have imposed restrictions for Chinese e-visa holders." Jaishankar called up Wang on Friday around the same time in the evening when a Boeing 747 of Air India landed at the airport in Wuhan in central China to airlift 324 Indians stranded at the ground zero of the latest novel coronavirus outbreak. He thanked Chinese Foreign Minister as a reluctant Beijing finally agreed to let Government of India bring back its citizen. The aircraft returned to Delhi with the evacuees early on Saturday. Wang Yi said that to address transitional public health challenges in this era of globalization, we need to stay objective and rational and step up communication and coordination. Sun stated in a series of posts on Twitter on Saturday. He quoted Wang telling Jaishankar that all should play a constructive role. "We don't think it is helpful for certain country to hype up the situation or even create panic," Wang Yi asserted. China had been trying to dissuade not only India but also the US, France and other foreign nations from airlifting their citizens from China. It had been worried because such large-scale evacuation of foreign nationals from its territory might portray it in poor light and undermine the credibility of its claim that it was capable of containing the outbreak. World Health Organization does not recommend evacuation of nationals and call on the international community to remain calm and not overreact. Sun, China's envoy to India, had tweeted earlier on January 28, quoting Dr. Tedros Adhanom, Director General of the Apex Global Health Body, saying in Beijing. So this is it from this episode of The Handshake. For more such videos, keep watching MyNation.